Hi, Abraham. In the past, you've talked about the buffet, where you can have anything that you desire. And in my life, I've tended to embrace this and that from the buffet until my plate is completely full. And during the process, at first it feels extremely joyous, and I feel alive, excited, enthusiastic. And then at some point, that joy shifts. What's happening in my process?
What's happening is something in the process has activated within you old patterns of resistance that then begin to dominate. In other words, when things are fresh and new to you, you tend to look more optimistically toward them. When you begin discovering some of the same things that you've lived before, then you begin to look at them. In other words, things could change more quickly if you could get into this pattern of really telling definite new stories on a regular basis. Give us an example.
Like I've had these dreams in my life of, when I grow up, I'm going to go to the Peace Corps. When I grow up, I'm going to get a master's degree in business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I start on a path to doing those things, and I'm fine-tuning as I go.
For example?
Okay. For example, I was on the path of becoming a minister, and I really loved it, and I enjoyed it. And all of a sudden, in the middle, I started finding all these interests outside of that and didn't necessarily follow through or complete that aspect, and lost interest.
You called it a path. You didn't call it a destination. Okay. In other words, sometimes something gets your attention and it calls you, but as you get closer, then something else calls you, and as you get closer, something else calls you. And if what's bothering you is that you're not completing the details of what you set out, we want you to get over that. In other words, it's like the universe is calling you, and you are deciphering the calling as best you can from where you are, and as you get closer to the calling, you get a clearer view. Where what you were suggesting is that you were losing your way. And we are suggesting you just kept getting a clearer view and a clearer view. In other words, we've talked about this energy that is summoning you and how it feels to you like it is a downstream momentum. And how when you relax and allow yourself to follow the path of least resistance, you will keep discovering different shiny things along the way that will continue to make it interesting for you. In other words, there's no ending to the way it will continue to unfold. So the way it plays out is you stand where you are, which is all you can do, and contrast surrounds you. It always, always does. There is always within every particle of everything what is wanted and lack of it. So here you are living life, something happens which makes you ask for more. Well, at first, you're not a vibrational match to it, you're a vibrational match to what happened. But now, as you reach for the thought that feels better, in time, you bring yourself into alignment with it, and now it unfolds for you, it manifests for you, and right along with that manifestation is another platform with another set of contrasting experiences, which cause you to ask for more, which at first feel odd to you, but as you look at it and talk about why you want it and line up with it, now you achieve vibrational alignment with it, and now it manifests, but it also brings another set of contrasting experiences which causes you to ask for more. Now what you were just saying is you're asking, but before it's even manifesting, you're getting more experiences which making you ask for more, and before that's even manifesting, you're getting another set of experiences which is making you ask for more. And we say, what difference does it make? Because you weren't born to complete things, you were born for the journey. So often people think that the goal in life is to decide that they want something and get there, as if that could ever happen. Because long before you get there, a whole bunch more information has come, and you're asking for something even more expanded than what you were asking for before, all for the purpose of continuing to call you forward. We want to say it to you in a way that you will hear it. We've been shouting it for a long time. You never get it done, and you never get it wrong. And the reason you can't get it wrong is because it's never done. So from wherever you are standing, if you will let the thing that is calling the loudest, and by that we mean the thing that feels the best when you think about it, If you will let that be the reason that you move in that direction, then you will always have this expansive, good feeling experience. We promise you. Successful life isn't about identifying that you want something and then getting over there and getting it. Successful life is about deciding that you want something, adjusting your vibration to allow the laws of the universe to bring you together in a rendezvousing fashion, because the rendezvousing, the closing of the gap, is our definition of what successful life is. But it's the closing of the emotional gap that we're talking about. It's not the achieving of the manifestation. But the achieving of the manifestation will come. But when the achieving of the manifestation comes, the gap will have widened again. That's the promise of eternity, you see. That's the promise of it. The perfect life experience is diving in like you do, and setting your goals like you've done, and moving in the direction of like you've done, and feeling your impulses like you've done, and then feeling the new ideas hatch like you've done. Just don't keep being hard on yourself about what feels like incomplete projects, because life is incomplete. Being the eternal being that you are, that's the story that many humans tell about this evolving that you are all upon. Many of them say, oh, I hope I get it right this time. And we say, spoken like a disconnected human who doesn't understand that you didn't come to get it done. You came for the exhilaration of the experience. You didn't come to complete it. Many will say, oh, well, let everybody know, Abraham, that after I'm done with this life, I'm not coming back. And we say, spoken like somebody disconnected from source. From that connected place, you're eager for the experience of more. That's what eternity is about, more. Helpful?
Yes, very. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.